In this closing plenary, we'll take a moment to reflect on 10 years of the International Conference on GCED, consider its impact and innovations, and explore future directions together with your voices and perspectives at the heart of the conversation. Let us now look at what we have achieved at the IConGCED over the past 10 years. Now, it is my great honor to invite Dr. Hyun-Mook Lim, Director of UpSeU, who will lead this final session together with our distinguished speakers. Dr. Lim, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the final session of this conference. This session is to reflect upon our work at this conference. So I first like to invite 4 people to the stage to share their reflections, and let me invite them. David Akwara from Nigeria. Is he here? No? David? We listened to his great story yesterday. Okay, next person. Daniela Monica Avtenev from Moldova. Please. Please join me. And next, Bertuga from the Philippines. Yes, please. Next person, David, please join us. Madam Noshin Adnan from Pakistan. Okay, thank you. So I'd like to invite you, each of you, to share your reflections on this particular conference or the past conferences. So I think most of you are participating in this conference for the first time, but President Tuga, you have participated for a couple of times, 3 times? Okay, so let me first invite Daniela. Would you like to share your reflections, feelings? Please.
Hello, everyone. It's my first time as a participant in this wonderful conference. I've actually never been to South Korea. I have been to Singapore last month, which was really impressive. So now I'm not sure which is more impressive, Singapore or South Korea, but definitely a different culture for me. My name is Daniela Munkavtenev. I'm from Republic of Moldova. It's a country in Eastern Europe, in between Romania and Ukraine. We're very close to the Ukrainian war zone, which I believe is a very important event. And the fact that I'm here at a conference that has this keyword, post-truth and peace, it's very important and significant for me. There are 2 major intakes that I'm taking back with me. Now, I have a question for all of you. Raise your hand if, at least for 1 second, yesterday and today, you had this thought like, I'm going home and I'm going to revolutionize the education in my country the way I can. Raise your hand if you had at least 1 moment of this feeling of empowerment, okay? And I will be the first one to raise my hand. So this is how we evaluate the success of a conference, of empowerment, ideas, and this wonderful network of this great, amazing people that I met today, yesterday, and the entire week. I'm part of a wonderful UNESCO team, representatives from different countries, workers from Ministry of Education, teachers, educators, authors of curriculum that I'm really proud to be part of. And I would like to start with a reformulation of a quote that was used by one of the plenary speakers yesterday. Everybody remembers the quote. What have you given us, Mr. Franklin, Benjamin Franklin? A democracy, ma'am, if you can keep it. So I would like to reformulate the quote, which backs to 1787. So in 2025 would be, democracy is ours if we can keep it. So there are 2 major points that I would like to share. So as I said, Moldova is bordering Ukraine. And from time to time, when Russia bombs Ukrainian cities that are very close to the Moldovan border, Moldovan people on this side can actually hear the bombing. And that happens like a few times per week or a few times per month. So unfortunately, these sounds have become like something ordinary, and people are not even surprised anymore. And for sometimes we have Russian drones that, pass the border by mistake, and they land on our territory. But I believe that's important because it's a reminder for all of us that democracy is very, let's say it's something that we have to keep fighting for, and we have to support it. And it's not given to all of us for granted, and we should remember that. And there are two things that really impressed me yesterday and today. So yesterday, the voice of young people, right, and all these wonderful stories that we've heard. And what impressed me the most, and this is what I'm taking home with me, is the fact that young people don't wait for the school or the curriculum or the Ministry of Education to, train them and develop their skills. They go out there, and we saw by their projects in the communities, they engage in civic engagement projects, and they do social work, and they communicate with each other, and they share their stories, and they're not afraid to share their stories. And I think this is the most important thing that we as educators on the other side of the line, we should remember that. And today, today's intake is related to teachers. Again, in my country, because we are in the post-Soviet region, so a lot of things in my country were done like in the Soviet Union, centralized, like top-down. Like somebody very important in the party would take a decision, and everyone, would respect it and do whatever you're told. And that was my education when I was back in school. And I actually remember when we were in front of teachers when we had exams, and we would come there with creative ideas. And this is how I understood the subject. And they would say, no. In the textbook, it's written in a different way. You're still nobody, to come up with new ideas. Like, you're supposed to tell me what exactly was in the textbook. So what I saw today, and the panels, and my colleagues from my team as well, is that teachers don't wait for the curriculum to be written. Teachers don't wait for textbooks to be published. Teachers create their own teaching materials, and this is wonderful, right? Because they feel empowered to do so. They have the freedom to do so. Fortunately, we have, the digitalization, and the digital world helps us spread the information, so anyone can publish a toolbook about anti-bullying, what we discussed in the last session, or civic engagement, or cultural diversity, or the importance of learning history, not by memorizing facts, but by critically thinking about what we can learn from the past so that we have a better future. So these are two big intakes that I'm taking with me back home, how wonderful young people don't wait for things to happen, but they are the catalysts for change themselves, and how the teachers on the, on the other side create their own space for expression, for involvement, and don't wait for things to happen or don't expect others to do it. So as I said, democracy is ours if we can keep it. And then two things that I would like to do when I go back home. So I work for the Department of Education in Chisinau municipality, which is the capital city of my country. We administer 322 educational institutions, kindergartens, schools, adult centers, extracurricular clubs and institutions. So I would really love to go back home. This year, next year, we are revising the national curriculum. So together with Ministry of Education, I believe I'm going to propose, and we can make it happen. We can create a local curriculum on peace based on the UNESCO materials that we received, and translated in Romanian, of course, but mostly in Russian and Ukrainian, because we have a lot of almost 1 million refugees, Ukrainian refugees, who are in Moldova and have been to Moldova. We have a lot of Ukrainian students, and we also have Russian schools. And I would love to propose that to the Ministry of Education, and I believe that is that's possible because our curriculum offers 1 hour of instruction per week, and teachers can teach anything. So I believe if we create the curriculum and the textbooks and the resources that UNESCO has already published, that is going to be very easy for them to follow. And the second thing that I'm going to do when I go home, we coordinate a project since 2020 because of the pandemic, and everybody was online, so we thought, what should we do? So we created a big network of schools in Moldova, Republic of Moldova, and Romania, because we share the same language, and the Moldovan people in diaspora. We have a big brain drain, a lot of Moldovans who are in Canada, Australia, Spain, Italy, Greece, United States, and so on and so forth, and probably South Korea. So we connect the schools, and at this moment we have around 8,000 educators who have been collaborating online, and the name of the project is Education Online Without Borders. And some of these schools are schools from Russia. And I just shared yesterday and today with my colleagues a post on how in Russian kindergartens children are dressed in tanks and plane warplanes, and they kind of simulate, like a battle. So my question was, what is going to happen to these children? How do they perceive the world?
Would you like to wrap up your...
Yes, so I would love to involve as many Russian schools in this project and teach them about peace. Because they are part of the system, and I believe in Russia there is a lot of common sense, there are a lot of people who are interested in peace, and if we keep reminding them about that, then peace will definitely be possible in our part of the world. Thank you.
Great, great. Wow, wonderful. Wow. Thanks so much for sharing your not only takeaways, but also some actions you will take when you go back to your country, beautiful country, Moldova. Thanks so much. Next, I want to invite Dr. Chuga. You have participated in the conference a couple of times, so your reflections on this, not only on this conference, but also your experiences of the past conferences.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you, Director Lim. Thank you for inviting me in this reflection session. I was informed I will be part of this after our concurrent session this afternoon. I have to go back to my room and reflect on the last 10 years, what transpired on the last 10 years. I want to give justice to this reflection session. So I tried to put up my script for this one. For me, the IConGCED, organized by UNESCO APCU annually, has evolved into a dynamic platform that not only reflects the shifting global landscape, but also actively shapes the direction of GCED policy, pedagogy, and practice. We notice significantly the evolution of conference themes. Early years theme has mirrored contemporary global challenges and educational priorities. In the early years, from 2014 to 2016, the focus was on foundational concepts, defining GCED, exploring its relevance, and integrating it into national curricula, and localization of GCED. In the mid-decade, 2017 to 2019, I was still part of this year. It emphasized pedagogy and practice with themes like GCED in a challenging environment and transformative education for global citizenship. This year's spotlighted implementation strategies and teacher training. Pandemic era came, 2020 to 2022. Pivoted the digital transformation and resilience. The 7th conference in 2022 tackled GCED in the face of digital transformation that connects and divides, addressing hate speech, misinformation, and digital literacy. Recent years, 2023 to 2025, themes have become more, as I notice it has become more politically and socially nuanced. The 8th conference in 2023 focused on platform on pedagogy and practice, while this one focuses on democracy in the post-truth era. So as to the impact of IConGCED to our practices as an institution in the university, we consider the conference has impacted our policy directions and also our program development. In terms of policy alignment to Target 4.7, it has helped us align our systems and also our programs in relation to Target 4.7, such as GCED, ESD, Human Rights Education, and Peace Education. We also would like to highlight how IConGCED has also impacted regional implementation of GCED, especially in Southeast Asia and in our country, the Philippines. It helped us develop our national strategies. We also highlight the impact of the conference in terms of pedagogical innovation. During the last 10 years, we saw how other institutions and organizations introduce different transformative tools and pedagogies, inclusive practices that educators worldwide have adapted to various contexts. We also specifically appreciate how the conference has provided platform for the youth, the young people, the advocates for global citizenship education, and the opportunity that it provides for networking and collaboration. As GCC Philippines, the conference for us is a reflection point. It is also a point for us to recharge, to recall what have we accomplished in relation to our advocacy and our vision, what were the challenges along the way, and the opportunities brought about by allies, by partners, and different organizations that have worked with us along the way. But equally important, it gives us a renewed direction, a sense of commitment, thinking of new strategies and new approaches, and learning new insights from practices all over the world. I think that's my reflection.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your reflections on the past conferences for the past 10 years. I really appreciate that. Dr. Tuga is the president of the Philippine Normal University, the leading national institute for teacher training, and he is the champion of GCED in the Philippines and beyond. And he has been closely working with APCEU to promote GCED in the Philippines and also in other countries. So we really appreciate the contribution he has been made for the last more than 10 years. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, President Tuga. Well, yesterday we listened to the great story of the documentary making for youth empowerment. And David, would you like to share your thoughts and reflections on this conference, and also the role of global citizenship education for young people?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll start off by referencing my father. My father would say, you don't jump into life. That life is a process you walk in. And I'd like to give a round of applause to the organizers of this conference, because doing 10 years is not a walk in the park. This is phenomenal. I've been traveling across my continent and I've been attending international events. One of the things that I find very intriguing is the quality of people in the room. And I'm not hyping you. Anybody that you randomly say hello to has depth. So I'd like you guys to give yourself a round of applause, please. Please, 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 please. So there are a few things that have impacted me directly, and I think I speak on behalf of other young people. It's the intergenerational mentorship that exists here. You would walk up to an elderly person and they are open. You walk up to senior people in the development space and they are willing to listen to you. So it's not a forum where we preach what we don't practice. It's a forum that teaches we practice what we preached. I'd like to mention, I spoke to one of my egbon, who, interestingly, is from this part of the continent. I didn't know that it was a chair in the UNESCO structure. He interacted with me first as a human being, not as an executive director. And that's a character that I think exists here and the world needs to learn. Because people need to understand that we're first humans before our titles. So that's one of the first impact that has gotten, that has happened to me directly. Speaking about interaction amongst young people, during our session, I saw how happy the young people wanted to be involved in post-truth divide. I see in their eyes is how they want to be solution providers, how they don't want to be in backseat. And I have to give credit to the organizers that we had a time to be in the plenary session. That's huge. Where we had elderly people sit to listen to our thoughts. Thank you. Thank you. And for young people who are in the room that are constantly contributing to a progressive world, thank you. Your voice are heard. If a boy from Kolokolo can be here, from a very small, minute community from where I'm from can be here, it means that our voices have been heard. And then my last reflection, it's really about the programming, the depth of the programming. There's really no session that leaves you the way you came in. You leave here and you go into your room and you don't want to press your phone alone. You want to think about the things that you've heard, the actions that you need to take. Some people came to me yesterday and they said they love the power of storytelling that I expressed, that they are going back to their country and they are going to implement it. Some said they are going to take excerpts from the videos of our presentation and they will play to their young people. That's real impact. I don't think that we will be able to recover from this 10th anniversary, and I'm excited that I was privileged to reap from the fruit of your labor, because you people labored for the last 9 years. I just walked in innocently to reap from that fruit. So thank you. Thank you. And then to wrap up, the future of this world is not one-sided. It's not resting in the shoulder of young people alone. It is resting in the shoulders of all of us. The intergenerational mentorship that I've seen here, that I've experienced, I hope that this becomes a culture across the globe, that young people can meet elderly people and they can have conversation, that elderly people can trust young people with responsibility, that elderly people can put themselves in the position of young people so that we can be truly heard. Like my big brother said, and my uncle, Professor Andy, youth are not the leaders of tomorrow. Youth are the leaders of today. Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much. Your emphasis on intergeneration dialogue cannot be overemphasized. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your point. Well, next, Madam Adnan. I understand you are participating in the conference for the first time. So I really like to hear from you your reflections.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the organizers and APIC to invite us and allowing us to be a part of it. And thank you to all the participants, because each one of you with whom I have interacted, you have left a part with me that I'll be taking back home. And I hope this is the case with most of us, that we are touched in different ways by different people that we have interacted with. So democracy. We started off with the keynote, and that was very emotional for me to listen to. The professor who narrated the history of Korea and how the resilience of the people changed their destiny. So why is democracy important for us? well, democracy creates the space, it creates the enabling environment for all voices to exist and to be heard. And that is precious and that is important. And we learned that the power lies with the people. And people need a lot of education around it to understand the kind of power that they hold to change their lives and to create impact. Now, talking about impact, we have seen how GCED has impacted positively so many communities and so many people. So an initiative as great as GCED, it is creating real-time impact. It is educating people around communities who have migrated, communities who are marginalized, communities who have actually suffered and never given a space to discuss or to talk about. And who knew that we are going to be listening to a story from Cambodia, the young girl yesterday, and she has touched thousands of lives by the power of listening and creating that kind of a space. So democracy is an attitude which enabled all of these young people and all of us educators to create that environment where we are able to listen, to have dialogue, and to create meaningful change in our societies that we want to see. And my second takeaway from this conference is how to take the concept of GCED into classroom. The experts, through their plenary sessions, to their concurrent sessions, they have actually broken it down to a classroom level. So how do you introduce it at a classroom level? How do you engage the community? And how do you start impacting and creating a circle of influence? And that grows bigger and bigger. So that is a very, very powerful tool that we have. And I'm very, very happy and proud to see the country that I come from being a part of round 5. So we are really looking forward to introducing these kind of elements in our curriculum. And we are very hopeful to report back on them. And my team is here, and we are really, really learning. And this has also provided a huge learning opportunity for us to learn from the people who have been trailblazers, to see the people who have done the distance before us, shared their challenges with us. And now we are embarking on that journey. And a lot of hand-holding is also there. And most importantly, we are driven by the same commitment, the commitment to create a peaceful world where everybody coexists and the communities flourish. So thank you again, and thank you, audience.
Thank you so much for sharing your takeaways. Madam Adnan is Parliamentary Secretary for Education in the Punjab state of Pakistan. And she is also Vice Chairperson of the Curriculum and Assessment Authority of Punjab state. So she just said she will try to introduce all the major elements discussed at the conference to her state's curriculum. So we very much look forward to the outcome of your efforts, and probably we should invite her to this conference again to hear from her your efforts in the coming years. Thank you so much.
Director, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much for panelists. I think my colleagues have chosen 4 wonderful participants for sharing their reflections. You see, we try to make a gender balance here, we have a wonderful combination of 2 women and 2 men, and also we try to make a geographical balance. And so please join me giving them a big hand for their wonderful sharing. Thank you so much. So please return to your seats. Now, you have shared your messages on congratulating the 10th conference, this GCED conference, on these stickers. So I'm going to pick up 5 messages out of these many messages, and like to ask, I'm going to read the first message. This is a message from Sevara Kamdamova from Uzbekistan. Congratulate GCED with the 10th anniversary. We wish best of luck and bigger projects to start. Madam Sevara Kamdanova? Oh, you are there. Would you like to share more about this message? Briefly? Yeah, tell us more about this message. Yes, please.
So, on behalf of Uzbekistan delegation, we are kind of congratulate with this anniversary, and it's our first, my first participation in this conference, and it's very impactful. We learned a lot, and our project is in the first year, so it does make more sense, and we wish the GCED will flourish and make more positive impact throughout the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Sevara. Next message I'd like to share with you is from Yuka Jibiki. Yuka. A very inspiring, powerful, and hopeful conference. Thanks for providing a platform to think, act, and share. Share for peace. Yuka Jibiki? Are you here? Yuka? Okay, please.
Hi. Hi, my name is Yuka. Congratulations to the 10th anniversary of the conference. This is my first time attending this conference. As an early career educator, I've been wondering what I can contribute to the peace building. This is my question and personal dialogue inside over the past few months. So it was a great opportunity for me to explore what's the definition of democracy and peace. It's very inspiring. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations again.
Thanks, Yuka. Next, Miss Rosie from Indonesia. start with small action and connect one each other through dialogue. We believe we can make a big change together with diversity we build. Rosie, where are you? She's not here? Okay. Then go to next one. GCED is bringing hope and a smile back to the face of the world. Proskovia from Uganda. Proskovia? Oh, you are there.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. For me, it is a first of many. First time in South Korea, sorry. First time in South Korea, and first time to attend a GCD workshop like this. So, as you see, many people are smiling, meaning that everybody is going away with a lighted candle. And I pray that we leave these candles lighted and we go to light other candles wherever we go. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. This one is written in Korean. So you better use your device. 많은 사람들에게 세계 시민 교육의 주체로서의 영감을 불러일으키는 제10회 GCED 국제회의였습니다. 앞으로도 멋진 행보를 이어갈 수 있기를 바라며 아이콘 GCED 10주년 축하합니다. 서현리, 이서연 안 계신가요? Yeah, she's not here. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your message on these stickers. I wish to read them all, but for the interest of time, I'll stop here. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Okay, so it's time for all of you to share your reflections or your ideas through this. You scan this QR code, and then you will be directed to the Mentimeter site. You can put your ideas or your reflections or your thoughts. So the question is, what contribution the conference, GCED conference, should make to the advancement of GCED in the coming years? So please just put keywords, not sentences, okay? Just keywords. Focus on doables, yeah, like this one. Just a few keywords, okay? So please, you have to scan this. Please scan this QR code. Okay. Is it working? All right. Keep going, empowering the youth, more innovation ideas, gender equity, highlight specific pioneer actions, passion in a daily life, system change, more collaborations, diversify global citizenship, authentic stories of change, intercultural dialogue, intergenerational learning, invite more stakeholders from other regions of the world. Yes, of course. So I expect more are coming. Are you putting your keywords? Yes, yes, yes. Scroll down, please. More workshop, education, reach out to poor communities. Sharing more impactful and resourceful experiences. Small collaborative projects that can be taken away to home right away. More presenters and days of conference. Yes, probably we could, but that requires more resources. Sustainable platform for GCED for another 10 years. Yes, sure. More practical sessions, please. Yes, yes. Best practices, capacity building, community actions, active and informed participation, active interest and participation, research collaboration, best practices of AI using. Okay. Best practice in school. Practical work of IConGCED with countries on GCED. Yes, we are already doing this. Just one or two presentations in the conference, but they are done mostly in the parallel sessions. So those who do not participate in those parallel sessions, have no opportunity to learn about those work. All right. Break down barrier between civic and economic life. I guess it's maybe point about the need to integrate values into our economic life. I guess that's the point. Sustainable opportunities, more gatherings like this, deeper exchange, providing sustainable platform. Yes. Moving beyond theoretical learning to foster action and commitment. Nice, joyful learning, collaborating, learning to each other. Thank you. Publish more reference books. All right. Best practice from various sectors and cultures. Thank you so much. I believe you have more ideas to share. But given the limited time, I suggest that we will soon circulate through email, circulate the after conference survey, to gather the ideas and suggestions to improve the conference. So when you receive that email, please don't throw out that email to the trash box. And please fill out that survey, and if you have any additional ideas or suggestions, please take that opportunity and provide us with your ideas and suggestions. All right? Thank you so much for sharing your ideas and suggestions. Thanks a lot. Okay, then this brings us to the end of the conference, and I like to before sharing my final closing remarks, let me invite a couple of people to share their reflections. I mean, the co-organizers and partners. Would you mind if I ask the co-organizers and partners to share their reflections? Would you mind? Yes or no? Thanks.
Oh, why me? Hi, this is Mia from UNESCO Regional Office for East Asia. Yeah, over the last 2 days, it was really and a greatly pleasure to meet all of you. And especially, I was very impressed with the wide range of concept of GCED applied into policies, and then even community practices, and then from the policy to climate change fighting, especially in Pacific countries. So I think this GCED concept and practice is not limited to some kind of a philosophical stage. Now I think it is a stand up to the action stage with the current worldwide challenging issues, as you could be eyewitnesses over the 2 days. So it was a great honor to join you and share your story. So I would like to encourage you to take this opportunity, not only share your experience and the stories, but you can have a develop your partnership, especially as a platform. So it is so happy and precious my experience time. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Mi-young. I'd like to invite Karel from Paris to share your reflection.
Thank you, Mr. Lim. Thanks, everyone. We've heard that word many times, crisis. I think we are indeed in a very deep crisis. And what I want to say is that a conference such as this one is extraordinarily important in my view, and this is really core, I would say, to UNESCO's ideals and mandate, that international cooperation, such as we've seen it in action during these 2 days, is certainly the way to promote intellectual solidarity, mutual understanding, and this is extraordinarily needed nowadays. So I want to thank APCU for gathering us here today, and I hope there will be many more such endeavors in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have Madame Lan Zhong. She's the Director of Global Education Policy Division from the Ministry of Education, Korea. Director Ra, please.
Thank you, Lim. This is Eun-jong Ra from the Ministry of Education of the Republic of Korea. I was able to join this conference for 2 full days. It was my great honor to join you, and I learned a lot. And I was like, I think like this is really timely and very timely conference, and I look forward to this conference can be continued more than another 10 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I strongly believe that this conference will be continued for another 10 years with the support from the Ministry of Education, Korea. We have a partner, the Chungnam National University. Here's Professor Park.
Thank you very much for opportunity to share my idea. Yeah, I'm Hwambo Park from Chungnam National University. I'm very honored to be here as representing one of the partner institutions. For the 10 years, I had a lot of opportunity to share my research and idea, thanks to the Director Lim and Han Gon-soo and Mr. Chung Min like any other the senior colleague. When I was a young scholar, I'm still a young scholar, but when I was a younger scholar, they gave me a lot of opportunity to share my idea. So today I'm very delighted to share this precious experience with my younger scholar and my student here. So looking forward, I'm doing my best to extend this kind of thing. Thank you very much.
I don't see Director Obi here. Is Obi here? Okay. So I'd like to share my closing remarks. Thank you everyone for your participation. Yesterday and today, we have discussed many challenges and issues and I should say threats to democracy from the perspective of global citizenship education. Of course, we didn't have enough time to deal with all those issues more fully, but I guess this is the just the start of our conversations. So I think we should continue our discussions. It is my belief that global citizenship education has a critical role in protecting or defending democracy from the threats and attacks, most notably from the nowadays we are seeing many wars and many confrontations, and so GCED should play a role in countering those war-mongering messages spread in the speed of light through the social media and also other channels. We also discussed future actions. The one single word that I have heard the most is dialogue. Dialogue is the essence of our efforts to promote, to protect democracy and also to promote our global citizenship. So dialogue and also listening. We have emphasized the importance of listening and the dialogue and mutual respect. So I think with those the discussions and reflections, I dare to say that this conference was a great success. Do you agree? Yesterday, someone shared a slide that says complacency is a danger, but I believe that you will agree that this conference is a success. On that regard, I would like to thank the co-organizers and partners of this conference, the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Republic of Korea, UNESCO, and UNESCO Beijing, and the UNESCO Mahatma Gandhi Institute for their continuing support and collaboration and partnership for this conference. I would also like to thank the speakers, panelists, and moderators for sharing your wisdom, insights, and inspiration. We really appreciate your contributions. All the participants, you are the owner of this conference. You are the key elements, key factor for the success of this conference. Your active participation and the questioning and the sharing your comments and feedback are very, very important. Thank you so much for your participation, all the participants. I like to express my appreciation to all the participants. Please join me. We have been supported by the professional organizing team, the technical team. I'd like to thank the professional team for their wonderful service. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank the interpreters for your hard work. And last but not least, I like to really appreciate. I like to express my special thanks to my colleagues. Sunmi, where is yes, Sunmi. Oh yes, Jihyun, Eugene, and Young. Unji, yes. Oh, she's sitting behind the wall. Thank you so much for your hard work to prepare for this conference, contacting all the speakers and inviting all the people, bringing all the people together here at this conference, and also your tireless work to run this event smoothly and comfortably. But I guess there have been some, problems or some mistakes or difficulties or technical issues. But I'm sure you will all understand those problems or difficulties are somewhat in some sense unavoidable for this big conference. All right, Obi is there, so Before finishing my remarks, I'd like to invite Dr. Obi Aginam, Director of the UNESCO Mahatma Gandhi Institute, to share your reflections on this conference as one of the partners for this conference.
Yes, thank you very much. I just came in from another meeting. So I am eternally grateful to APSU, to you, Dr. Lim, and their colleagues for making this happen. I resumed as director of the Institute, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Education for Peace and Sustainable Development just a year ago. And the first thing I did was to look at the kind of partnerships that UNESCO MGIP and APSU can explore in order to bring our respective expertise and skills together to maximize the impact within UNESCO, because it's one UNESCO family. So these are two UNESCO institutes in the Asia Pacific working on education. So GCED is one big part of the puzzle, but also Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Education for Peace is also working on social and emotional learning. So how can we bring these two skills together to build the leaders of tomorrow, to enhance the skills of teachers in different places where we work, and to also enhance learning. It's about not just what happens in the formal education systems, but also lifelong learning opportunities, which is what really the SDG 4 on education is all about, and which is what UNESCO promotes. So I think I sat in most of the panels, and I was very impressed, with the richness, the wealth of perspectives and pragmatic suggestions from the speakers, from the keynotes to the sessions. And this is not just another academic conference. It's very pragmatic, it's very practical, and there's quite a lot we learned from these 2 days of discussions. To help shape our offerings. So I thank you all, and I especially thank my my APSU colleagues. We are looking forward to using all of these perspectives to improve what we've been doing. We all have a role to play. Sometimes when we talk about leadership, everybody's attention goes to ministers and political leaders. But I think we are leaders in different contexts. Those who work in schools are leaders in schools. Those who work in communities are leaders in those communities. And for some of us who are within who work for UNESCO, we also work with member states to drive this agenda forward. So thank you very much, and I look forward to continued collaboration in the years ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Obi. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your reflections and for sharing your wisdom and for inspiring each other, and most of all, for energizing each other. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you again at the next year's conference. Thank you so much, and have a good journey back home. Thank you.
Okay, so with this, we officially conclude the 10th International Conference on GCED. On behalf of the organizer, I sincerely thank you for your active participation and engagement over the past 2 days. We look forward to welcoming you again next year. And if you'd like to receive a certificate of participation, please scan QR code and complete the survey. Thank you, and have a good evening.